Hey everybody. So first of all, I have to say, I apologize for my cold sore and my sort of puffy eyes from all the crying yesterday. Pretty much cried out all my sodium as much as I could put in me yesterday. But hey, today is a new day and all of your comments meant so much to me. Everybody posting in support was fantastic. Looks like Chef Dave has a surprise for me. Thank you. Creole brew, my favorite. I could use that this morning. After yesterday, I could use a lot of things. And you can just look on your phone on the chat. You don't have to. Looks like Chef Dave's going to be here with me. I don't think he's going to get on camera, but yeah, you can see his shadow. He's definitely here. So he can help me with comments and questions and things like that, kind of help moderate today because yesterday was a holiday and so it's his normal day off on Mondays. But he gets to be here on Tuesday because yesterday was his normal day off. Does that make sense? I don't know. He gets an extra day off, which is awesome. This stuff is really good. If you haven't tried Creole brew yet, you definitely should. It's basically like hot cocoa for keto. I love it. Hey, girl. Awesome. I'm good to see you guys, Julie. And I don't know whether to call you Ginger or your other name, but I think I'll stick with Ginger for now, if that's okay. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Preferably something that doesn't involve ketogenic dieters, but you know, like that is fun to talk about. So, you let me know what you want to talk about. Yeah, Ginger works. You were so confusing. When you added me as a friend, I was like, wait a minute. I know this girl. Keto in the UK. You look just like Keto in the UK, but that's not your name. I thought your name was Ginger. Smart. I went with Tammy because I thought that it was a little different than what I usually go by, which is Tamra. Everybody knows that now. To try and stay anonymous, but apparently that's not going to work out for me. Anonymous is not my middle name. But you know what? I've been on the internet for what? How many years, Chef Dave? Gosh, we got the internet in 1998. 1998, got the internet. So I've kind of been on the internet forever, and if you search me, you can find a lot of things about me. Like, I've been posting on the internet for a long time. Sadly, my blogs from like 2002 on ended up getting hacked. Kind of heartbreaking. I still haven't figured out how to fix that, but I don't have a web page for my photography business anymore. My whole site got hacked and I lost the whole thing. Sucked. But oh well, life is life and it moves on and that's what we're doing. So, what do you guys want to talk about today? You let me know. I have no subject. I mean, I can go ramble on about random things if you want, but I'd also prefer to talk about keto. Ooh, that's a good question and I don't know the answer. Ever notice that fresh lemon has sugars and carbs, but bottled lemon doesn't? How can this be? It's a good question. I always count the carbs when I do lemon. I never really looked at the bottle. They must take out all of the fiber and all of the sugar or something and leave just the lemon flavoring. Ew. So it's not real lemon? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe we'll look into that. I know. The great apocalypse of ketogenic dieters. I don't even want to talk about it. They're basically systematically erasing me from existence. That's how much they cared about me. So whatever. Whatevs. They've even blocked Chef Dave. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, Chef Dave was going to go into the files and collect everything for me so that I could share it with everybody because that's the kind of person I am.
I've been banned.
I know. He's like, I've been banned. Yeah, if they don't know that I wouldn't do that, they don't know me at all. Never in a million years would I steal from someone. Like, that's the whole point. I didn't leave the moderator group when I felt like I wanted to before because I didn't feel like I would be able to share the information without stealing it. But I have a lot of it up here, and it's searchable. I mean, heck, Finney and Volek they have books and crap, and I'm going to start reading them and stuff. Maybe. I'm not super sciencey. But you know what? You guys aren't here for the science, right? You're here to chat. And that's what we're doing. So let me know if there's any questions I'm missing. I'm kind of reading, but...
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
Oh, the diet clubs. Oh, the diet club. Yeah. Yeah. Who cares about them? So,
She didn't
yeah.
buy the lemon juice because it found out it had carbs.
Yes, Finney and Volek do actually have tables that are better. I do have that information. Actually working on MyFitnessPal thing. Like, we're trying to figure out a way to enter in your calories into MyFitnessPal and make it kind of extrapolate a similar macro. And we've been pretty successful this morning. So one of my moderators will be putting that up for you guys really soon so that you can get an idea of it if you want to try it. The Facebook group is definitely still going to be the higher protein, lower fat version. And what I'm calling it is keto for fat loss because that's what it is. I'm a fat girl and I need to lose fat, and that's why I'm doing keto the way I am. And that's me. That's the whole point. I am sharing how you can go from being extremely obese to being healthy by eating keto. And by eating this certain keto, it works a little bit faster. And so I am just trying to share that information with you guys. So yeah, we will be putting information at some point, because my life is so laid back and easy. I have all this oodles of time to put together stuff. I don't. But yes, you're all welcome in my group, even if you eat high fat. I haven't decided, I'm not going to be like they are and delete every high fat post or anything like that. But I am going to encourage my keto for fat loss helpers to point people in the direction of trying keto for fat loss too. So, I mean, if you're going to post about bulletproof coffee, you might find that people will say that's not the best use of your macros. It's not really nutritionally, sound. There's nothing in that but fat. You're just eating calories. Don't waste your calories. You might get comments like that. But I'm not going to kick anybody out because you're all my friends and you're supporting me, and that's what matters. All right. Did I start it that way from the start? Yeah, I did. I didn't really know any better. I didn't know anything about keto when I started, and I actually started kind of on my own. I did no dairy, lean meats, no fats, no carbohydrates, no starches for a whole week. And then someone asked me what I was doing, and I told them, and they just kind of looked at me and they're like, "You're doing keto?" And I'm like, "What is keto?" And then they added me to this specific Facebook group. And so I got all my information about keto from them. So yeah, I have actually done this version with these macros from basically 1 week in. And the week before that, I was even lower fat than what I am now. I would have never survived that. I'm so grateful for that girl for pointing me in the right direction because these macros are exactly what I needed. And the information on that Facebook group is invaluable. The problem is the way that it's portrayed is that it's the only way and it's the right way, and they just want to be right. They don't care about people. And me, I care about people. So that's what I'm doing. All right, what you got for me?
Somebody asked, what are the percentages again?
Oh, someone asked, what are the percentages? So the percentages for a high-fat, low-carb, regular keto is 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. And that's a ratio. They try and keep the golden ratio in every meal kind of thing. I don't use ratios at all. So I use a set macro, which is basically a gram amount of protein, fats, and carbs. So for me, as a 5'7" woman, I have been using the macros 120 grams of protein, 78 grams of fat, and 21 or fewer carbs since day 7. Since day 7. So I don't really use percentages. We will be putting a chart in the files that shows how to find that in MyFitnessPal. And so hopefully that's going to help you guys if you want to get started. I cannot share the macro chart from ketogenic dieters. I won't. But the fact of the matter is that it's not that difficult to figure out. They have taken 0.8 grams of protein per pound of average lean body mass, and then used a caloric restriction to determine the correct fat number and carb number. All the carbs are 25 and under, depending on height. And that's just kind of how their chart goes. Anybody can put that together. It's literally not rocket science. Anybody could research that and put it together. So we're going to be working on a chart that's going to be helpful. It will not be the same. And of course, you can always go to ketogains.com, which I haven't checked to see if I'm banned from Keto Gains, but betting I am. I hadn't thought to look for that. I should probably look. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me anyways. But Keto Gains calculator is available to everyone. It's just on ketogains.com. You just put in your information and set it for sedentary and fat loss, and it will give you pretty good macros. All right, you got anything for me?
Lisa, I'm still keeping the same position on exercise. You planning on adding it more?
Okay, so Lisa M wants to know if I'm still staying with no exercise, if I'm going to add more in. Ironically, the exercise thing is totally all me. It's nothing to do with ketogenic dieters. A lot of people on KD do exercise. In fact, most of them do lifting. I keep saying I'm going to try it. Gonzo was going to help me, but when he found out I wasn't a high-fat, low-carber, he kind of just started attacking me instead. I don't know where he got the misconception that I did things the way he did. So I was kind of hoping he would give me a little routine to do. If anybody does do lifting and they wanted to do a collab where they sent me a lifting, beginner's basic routine, I would film myself doing it, but I don't know. Trying to fit one more thing into my crazy life. I want to. I just cannot even imagine how, especially now where basically I'm starting over a whole new Facebook page and everyone's going to be asking me a lot of questions and it's going to be a lot to moderate and I don't even know where it's going to go. But I'm grateful that it's there and I cannot even believe we already have 400 members in our group. Woohoo! You guys are awesome. That's fantastic. Nothing yet? Here, I'm a fast reader.
Yeah.
Try and read it. I can't imagine my coffee without butter. I know.
Well, the next one down says I can't imagine my coffee without butter.
I know, with butter, or can't fathom butter in my beloved coffee, and I can't imagine coffee without butter. You know what? If you're going to drink butter coffee, I'm not going to stop you. It's a position on ketogenic dieters just because that's just not a good way to get your fats. They're kind of a paleo approach in the way, not 100%, but kind of in that they want you to get your fats from whole foods. Even in maintenance, even when you have a higher fat. So they don't ever advocate bulletproof coffee or fat bombs ever, which I did not understand that. And that was where I got into trouble. I thought that when they were older, older, yeah, they are older. I thought that when they got to maintenance that they were eating stuff like that, but I guess not. I don't know. I don't follow them on Instagram or anything. I guess maybe I'm also at fault for not making more of an effort to have a relationship. Hi, Jimmy DeJohn. Good to see you, man. Okay. There's not a right way. We're all different. I'm not going to argue that. I mean, I definitely think the way I'm doing it works, but it's working for me. It doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. And whatever works the best for you is what you should do. Whatever you feel good on. I mean, I know Keto Connect is always talking about don't lower your fats. You'll feel like crap. I don't feel like crap. I feel amazing most of the days, except for when people are rude and nasty to me. But, those are days.
Page Keto by the Gram.
You should call my Facebook page Keto by the Gram. Nice. Yeah. All right. I consider myself high fat even though I only worry about staying under 23 net carbs and 100 grams of protein, then just enough fat to stay satisfied. Yeah, you're basically doing the same thing. You're just doing it by feeling satisfied instead of keeping track in your tracker. But I bet you a lot of money you're probably staying within your fats to equal protein, because that seems to be where the satiation point is so if you're eating 100 protein and 100 fat, that's where people feel satisfied, I guess, it seems like. At least it would for me. I tend to overeat my protein because I feel like I need more fats to feel satisfied, and I don't want to eat those because I don't want to give my body more fuel to burn. So I tend to go over on my protein. I'm definitely over on my calories most days. Most days my protein is within 135 to 140, even though my macros are 120. I'm not like 100% perfect on it. And I show you guys what I eat. So you know that, I mean, if you really wanted to figure it out, you could figure out that I'm not perfect. But yeah, you can do it that way. Keto Christina does it that way. I think Ali McWowie does it that way. I am not the first person on the planet to say that eating lower fats will make you lose fat. Keto Christina has been saying it from the beginning. Ali McWowie has been saying it from the beginning. Ketogenic Dieters does not own that. So, there you go.
Do you use net carbs or is it best to use total carbs? I've read more than
Okay.
7 per
Do I use net carbs or best to use total carbs? I've read no more than 7 carbs per meal. I don't think it matters per meal as long as you stay under 20 for the day. Because my breakfast tends to be my more carby meal, and then I have less for dinner just because I eat my yogurt in the morning, and the yogurt is got more carbs. I do net carbs on veggies, my Lily bars, because cacao is a veggie, right? And erythritol doesn't count. Okay. Lily chocolate bars. And I do half carbs on my yogurt, on anything with live cultures. So that's, I kind of all over the place. I keep in my tracker, it's set to net carbs just out of convenience. And I try really hard to avoid bars and cookies and things like that. I have to admit they're tempting, but I'm afraid that they might be a slippery slope. And if I were to use them, I would probably go over my carbs because they would have to be in their total carbs. So I'm kind of all over the place. I use net mostly, but I don't do keto-fied things that, what's the word? That use fiber to like trick the carb things. I don't know. So no low carb tortillas, no Quest cookie bars. I tried a 1 bar one time. It was okay. I don't know. All right.
My phone glitched.
I'm reading it. It's okay. 2 meals or 3? I personally do 2 just because of scheduling. I recently read an article, though, about women and intermittent fasting. I should find that article. Oh, wait, I can't because it's on ketogenic dieters. Well, anyway, I read an article that said that it might not be good for women to do intermittent fasting, that it might be bad for their cycle. I haven't had any issues with my cycle, really, other than the weight, the water weight when I ovulate. It seems to be annoying, but other than that, then it's not like, I don't know. Dang, your stupid phone took away my train of thought. Put it on silent, man. What was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. My gosh. Intermittent fasting, the article. They said that it was not good for women to go that long without eating. But I do it and it's fine for me. I do have some hair loss, but it hasn't been significant since I started taking ritual vitamins. They seem to have done the trick for me. I actually came into a hair loss cycle this last week and I mentioned it, but it stopped already and I didn't lose that much. So yeah, I don't know if I believe that or not, but you can look it up if you want to. I do not believe in fasting past 16 hours, especially for a woman. I feel like Dr. Fung's recommendations for super long fasts are not good, and I'm not really a supporter of autophagy, but I am not a sciencey person, so maybe there's something to that. I haven't studied it, and I don't know if I will because I just don't have a lot of time for that. So I eat 2 meals for convenience sake. I eat around noon after I do homeschool with the kids. And then I eat when I get home from the dance studio, which is anywhere from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And yeah, I know Sima, oh my heck, I don't know how to say your name, babe. Ruby mentioned that maybe I should try not eating so late and like taking my food with me, but that means not good food. And I don't want to deal with eating at the dance studio. Too inconvenient. It's just not going to work for me. So, and the diet has to be sustainable. Or else you're not going to be successful because you won't be able to stay on it long enough. So for me, I have to eat when it's convenient for me the amounts that make me feel happy and make me lose weight. And I have to do it that way in order to be successful long term. Okay. Bodybuilding.com for my 5x5. Yeah, I know there's lots of places I could get it, but it would be more fun if someone sent it to me. Like, for YouTube, collab. But I'm not doing HIIT training, so Ailika, if you're on here, don't be sending me any HIIT videos, because I'm not doing that. All right. I have heard that the keto should not be done for more than 120 days, or else it affects your kidneys or maybe your health. Is this true, or any precautions? This is not true. If you have already existing kidney damage, you should consult your doctor on whether or not you should eat a protein diet or a ketogenic diet. But from everything that I have actually read, and I have actually read some things on this subject, it's actually healing for your body, and it shouldn't cause any issues with your kidneys. The only issue that it could possibly cause is overactive use, because you flush your electrolytes so much. So as long as you are drinking to thirst and you are keeping your electrolytes up, so your sodium has to be really high and your magnesium and your potassium have to be pretty moderate to feel good. I think the vilification of keto is nothing to do with the kidneys. The vilification of keto came from people who did it and didn't supplement their electrolytes and felt like crap. If you go into my channel, I have multiple videos on electrolytes and why they are important, and I believe they are the single most important thing to be successful on a ketogenic diet, aside from going under 20 carbs per day. So 20 carbs is the first thing you need to do, 20 carbs and under. The second thing you need to do is get your electrolytes handled, or you're not going to feel good and you're not going to be able to do it. This ketogenic way of eating is sustainable long term. Your body can burn fat forever and ever, amen, and be happy. It's not going to hurt you. It's just a different a different fuel source, and that's all. Okay. I like the higher protein way, but I'm overweight and have insulin resistance. Well, then it should work for you great. I know that people say that eating the higher protein raises your blood sugar, and while it does to a degree, it burns fat faster, and it's going to bring your blood sugar down that way, and your blood pressure, and everything else that's wrong with you. Like, if you want to lose it fast, this is the way to do it safely, so that you don't lose your lean muscle mass. I don't know if you guys have heard of a protein-sparing modified fast. It's a fad diet, and it's a crash diet to help you lose fat really fast. This diet that I'm doing is like somewhere in the balance between regular medical keto, which is the higher fat that people want to keep their ketones really high in order to help their actual brain and things like that with epilepsy and things like that, and PSMF, which is the crash diet that's super high in protein and very low in fat in order to encourage you to lose fat really fast. So the way I'm doing it is like right in between that. It's higher protein, but it's not super high protein. And it's lower fats, but it's not super low fats. It's like the happy medium between the two things.
So you need to recalculate your macros as you lose weight?
Is there a need to recalculate your macros as we lose weight? Like every time we lose 5 to 10 pounds? If you're doing it the way I'm doing it, no. There's no reason to change it. I'm set at 1266 calories. That's a deficit for pretty much anyone. As I get to really close to my goal weight, if I hit a stall that lasts a really long time, like more than 6 weeks, I might tweak them a bit. I don't think it's necessary. I've had really good success doing it this way, so there's really not a need to, and that could get really confusing. So as long as you set it at a low enough deficit, you should be fine. And I eat, a lot of food. You guys have seen my videos. I eat a lot of food. The reason I'm able to eat the volume of food that I'm eating and still stay under the caloric restriction is the protein, because protein is less calorically dense. It only has 4 grams of calories, or 4 calories per gram, whereas fats and carbs have 9 calories per gram. So the more fats you eat, the less food you can actually consume. The more protein, the more you can get for your more bang for your calorie buck. I tried out cutting out nuts and dairy, but I don't like it. don't do it. Like, if you feel crappy, do what makes you feel good. I cut out dairy for a week and I literally thought I was going to die. I personally don't eat nuts because they're inflammatory and because they are just way too easy to overeat. Like, way too easy to overeat. If I get a big old bag of nuts, it's hard to stop. So if I choose to eat nuts, and you see that some of my videos I have chosen to, I will get a finite amount. So I will get a little tiny package and only eat the package, or I will count out, like when we go out to Texas Roadhouse, I count out exactly 20 peanuts and I eat that. I make sure that I limit the amount that I take in because they can be dangerous. It's another reason that I don't do keto-fied desserts with almond flour, just because I feel like that so much almond could be inflammatory, and I already have issues with water weight. And so I don't want to make that worse, and I definitely don't want my joints to hurt while I'm clogging. So that would be bad. What's the name of my Facebook page? It's Keto Chaos. Super easy to find. Let's see. It makes total sense that protein equal to fat brings satiety. They did one of those health documentaries on BBC, and it showed how 50-50 fat sugar was the same. The brain gets a reward. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Ginger. You guys should check out Keto in the UK if you haven't already. Her site, she has really good information, and she also has extremely yummy desserts that I have to avoid because they look way too real.
Still, when I keto-fy, everybody loves lilies. Too.
I know, everybody loves the lilies. Who doesn't? They're so yummy. Okay, honestly, by now I did intermittent fasting for the last 2 years. It was literally out of not being so hungry when keto adapted. Yeah, in fact, I didn't do that for the first 4 weeks, I think. I think it was right about the time that my body switched its mindset from carb burning, glycogen burning to fat burning, which happens about 4 to 6 weeks into the keto diet, when all of a sudden I just didn't feel like making breakfast anymore, and I decided to do 2 meals. And it just became so convenient. And so, yeah, I did 3 at first. And I hate cooking so much. It was such a pain to get up in the morning and make bacon and eggs, and then have to, a few hours later, 4 hours later, make steak and veggies. And then Chef Dave made dinner. It was just lots easier to cook only once and let Chef Dave handle the rest. Yeah. Okay. Do I take collagen? No, I don't take collagen or biotin. It has been recommended to me. I did buy some. I have not really taken it long enough to see if it's helped. I actually went off and started taking the ritual vitamins just because I wanted to see if they would help on their own, and they did. So I'm not going to be switching back to taking that. My skin elasticity is freaking phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. It's genetic. It's nothing to do with collagen. I'm just lucky. I just got the lucky, I don't even know what you call it. I picked out the right straw. Even in my body where I've lost a lot, you can see some of my hanging skin has improved. I noticed this morning, I was looking and I go, it has improved over the last month. It no longer looks as wrinkly and old. It's now looking more young and plump. And I don't know why. I mean, I am taking the ritual vitamins, but I honestly can't blame it on that. I really feel like it's just luck of the draw. It's more genetics than anything. You can try taking lots of supplements, but in the long run, it really just depends on your genetic makeup, I think. I have seen some videos of people's skin after losing 230 pounds that have literally scared me to death. But then when I look in the mirror, I think, okay, that's not going to be me, because I think I'd already start looking really saggy. I mean, my arms are saggy. I mean, whose arms aren't saggy? I've definitely got some sag, but I feel like my skin is shrinking up just fine without collagen.
To lose weight faster on keto. Both myself and my husband are on keto. I'm super strict, and he does not.
Okay. Do men? Oh, JustTV5 asks, do men tend to lose weight faster on keto? Both myself and my husband are on keto, and I'm super strict, and he's not at all. He's lost more and faster. It's driving me to insanity. I'd say, yeah, overall, that is common. That's definitely something that happens, that tends to happen. When Dave and I both started this, he started with me, and we both did our macros and did our tracking, and I am not joking, the guy lost 30 pounds the first week. And we started at the same weight. So that sucked for me. It took me forever to catch up to him. But catch up I did. And I passed him long ago. So while that may be true, I don't think in long term that it's going to last out. Even since what, like January, February, he's been tracking and he still hasn't dropped any more weight. We're not sure exactly why. So I think he's got to mess with his macros. He tried the higher fat and it didn't work. So not sure what to do with it.
But I haven't gained any back.
He hasn't gained any back. So obviously his body thinks he's in maintenance. Whatever he's eating has got to be maintenance, but supposedly he's eating at a deficit. We can't figure it out yet. So yeah, I'd say yes, don't let it drive you crazy because like I said, I caught up to Dave and went right past him. He's still stuck at 100 pounds lost and I am at 146. So, 145.
Side by side all the way through till August.
Yeah, we were pretty close all the way through until I started my channel. And then he decided he was just going to do lazy keto and we thought that was it, but he's trying to do the tracking again and it's not seeming to change anything. So who the heck knows? We don't know. The water weight, Sandy's losing it, says, the water weight for me also fluctuates worse than before. I think it's just because the cells have been stretched out, so they've become easier to stretch back out each month. Ooh, I like that theory. Maybe because it didn't, like at the beginning, I should show my like actual weight loss graph. At the beginning, it's practically all just and then I got to right when I started the YouTube channel, ironically, after I lost 100 pounds, it starts going, but it's still going down. So even though I have my times of the month where I shoot back up, it always drops by the end of the month. And so I've gone from losing about 15 pounds a month to losing about 7 or 8 pounds a month. But heck, 7 or 8 pounds a month, I'll take it. It's not bad. And it's working still. And I think it's just because your body gets used to it. And who knows? Maybe you do put on water because you're stretched out fat cells. Why not? I like that idea.
I'll send you a workout plan. Do you have access to a gym?
Neato Keto. I think I'm like you right now. He says, I'll send you a workout plan. Do I have access to a gym? I do. I don't want to admit it, but I actually do. My husband has access to a gym. Okay, man. Let's do this. You send me a basic, and I mean basic because I am still very fat. I'm not kidding. I'm still very fat. I look very thin right here with a cell phone camera, but it lies. Cell phone cameras lie. This is not what I really look like. If you look in my day in the life video and watch me clogging around, then you'll see what I really look like. So, yeah, send it to me. Let's do it. I will make myself do it and put it on video even. But I've got to. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to. And if I'm blocked from Keto Gains, they're going to be no help. So, yeah, I will do it. I would do it. I'm glad I came across your channel. I can't even remember where I found you. I think it might have been on Ketolicious Life or something. I saw you post and I thought, oh, hey, he's a guy that does keto. And I added you. All right. I might even shout you out in my next shout out. Let's see. Dr. Mercola has keto bars, which include fats and proteins and seeds. Is this sensible? I don't know because I don't know the macros on it. I'd have to see the macros. They're probably really high in fat, so they're probably essentially fat bombs, which I don't necessarily support, and which is what got me in trouble on my channel. But Lily bars are technically fat bombs too. So if that's how you prefer to get your fats in, as long as you make sure that you keep them in check and keep your calorie restriction low. I know that Going Gonzo will yell at me about that, but it's really true. And if you're fat and you have fat to lose, the lower you can keep your fats and stay feeling good, the more fat you're going to burn off your body. That's just fact. Hey, Dr. Phil. Are you the real Dr. Phil? Maybe you should watch my video yesterday and psychoanalyze my reaction. That would be cool. I don't think I reacted very well to that yesterday. I just kind of still in shock that people could be like that or that even occurred to them. it's just so beyond my actual perception of how I understand people to be, that when people are that like mean-spirited, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I literally did nothing to hurt anybody other than talk to you people. That's it. All right. Women's bodies want to hold on to more fat because we carry the babies and the body wants to protect us from famines. Yeah. I wish my body would realize that I'm done having kids finally. 9 is enough. 9 children is enough. Just saying. It's a little bit more than enough, Chef Dave will say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's 7.5 too many.
Oh, great. Dr. Phil, I need to stop these lies. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Well, I was hoping that you could psychoanalyze me, but as it turns out, he is not a real doctor. He's not going to psychoanalyze me, guys. Sorry, man. It's not lies. It's science. You can go study it if you want. Doctors Finney and Volek have a lot of videos talking about this phenomenon, that when you're in fat loss mode, you need less fat on your plate. Go watch it. They're scientists. I'm not a scientist. I'm just telling you what's working for me. And it's freaking working. It's working well. All right. Sima, is it C? You said it was Simone, but how do you pronounce Simone? Sima Ruby. I love her name, but I hate that I don't know how to pronounce it. She's been using the Keto Gains macros, and she finally broke a stall. Keto Gains macros tend to be a little lower protein, a little higher fat than the recommended ones on ketogenic dieters. So if you want to check them out and try that, I'm tempted to try it myself. I mean, I have no reason to not to. I can do whatever the heck I want, right? Oh my gosh, Dr. Phil, go away. Thank you. The guys that come on and say they're trying to help me while in turn attacking me and making me feel like crap makes me laugh so hard. Newsflash, that's not how you help people. And I just don't even actually know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're arguing with me about. You didn't actually say. So like, who freaking cares, man? Don't care. All right. Oh man, I'll just let you guys handle him. This is why I love you guys. I don't even need to worry about it. Like the comment last week about apparently I missed, someone came on and said, why don't I, they'll pay me $100 for every animal I'll slit its throat on YouTube. And I was like, dang it. Why didn't I see that? Because I would have totally taken him up on that because I needed $600 last week bad. And I have 6 chickens in the backyard. But I found the money elsewhere, and the chickens are still alive and producing eggs. But I'd eat them in a heartbeat for $100. Are you kidding me? Gosh, like, dude, yeah. But you guys already killed him out before I could even see that. I love it. Yes, Karen Rothwell wants to know if you will share your roast recipe. He was actually supposed to do that last week, and then he didn't do it.
Yeah, I ran out of time.
It's basically easy though, right?
It is really easy.
Do you do it in the Instant Pot?
Nope.
He doesn't do it in the Instant Pot. He does it in the oven. I thought he did it in the Instant Pot. See, I don't even know how he makes the dang thing.
No.
I'll see if he can make a video. We just bought a roast, right? Didn't we?
No.
Oh, you didn't buy it?
Oh, I'll go grab one.
All right, well, we'll get one and we'll make a recipe. Because it's really convenient to make your own sliced roast beef. Especially, you have to have a slicer in order to get thin enough.
You can do it with a knife.
You can do it with a knife?
Yeah, you can.
I couldn't do it with a knife.
The last 2 I've sliced with a knife, so.
Okay. He slices with a knife. What do I know? I know nothing. All I know is it makes really low carb lunch meat.
Yeah.
Jimmy DeJohn loves your recipes, Dave.
Cool.
All right. I talked about loose skin already. Yes, I have some. I don't have as much as I thought I would, but we'll see when I'm 80 pounds down from here. Wait, 80? Is that where I'm going? Don't know. Does having a channel make you feel more accountable? Do you reckon that might help staying on track? Because I personally feel like it should, but I'm not sure I'm there yet. That's Ginger from Keto in the UK. Yes, actually, it is kind of a pain sometimes because I am a very honest person. I am not lying to you. Every single thing that I say on here is what I actually believe. And if you don't agree, that's fine, but attacking me is not going to help. And when it comes to YouTube, I have chosen to videotape every single thing that I eat. Have there been days when I was frustrated and hungry and I wanted to go to Chevron and buy a Quest cookie and a One Bar and just eat it for a meal with some prosciutto wrapped cheese? Yep, just the other day, in fact. And did I do it? No, because I knew that I'd have to put it on my channel, and I knew that all of you guys would go, oh, she eats Quest cookies, we should all eat that, and you shouldn't. So I didn't. So yes, for me, it does keep me accountable, but only because I literally film every single thing that I eat, and I show you. And so I know that I'm going to have to put it on there. And that makes me nervous. What?
Good example would be your perfect burger at
My burger.
Carl's Jr.
My perfect burger. Oh, yeah, I talked about that last week about how my son ate half my burger. And so I cried instead of eating because I couldn't show the half of burger because it didn't meet my macros and I wanted it to be right. So that's the point. So yes, it keeps me accountable, but only because I'm willing to do that, because I'm really showing everybody what I eat so that they can really know like what I'm doing. And I'm not the only one doing that. There's people out there doing that. Emily on keto, she's been doing that for years. Miss Kay, her friend, lives in Minnesota. She is doing that as well. So, I mean, I may not always agree with what they eat, but it's nice to see them being accountable and putting on there and like fessing up when they mess up. And that's one thing about being free from ketogenic dieters. If I mess up and I tell you guys, I don't feel like I'm going to get in trouble anymore. I feel like you guys will just understand that life happens and things happen. But when I was being a representative for them, I couldn't mess up, but I still did. I still did. Didn't even know I did. Until they were like, oh, by the way, bye-bye. Whatever. Yeah, even when it's water weight, it's still devastating when you look at the scale. Yep. It is. I hate it. Every morning when I get up and I feel puffy and I go and I'm like, it's going to be up today. It's not fun. But I just have to trust the process and I have to know I am not eating enough food. I mean, 1,300 calories a day is not enough food to put on any fat. There's literally no way I could be. And I just have to keep reminding myself of that. It's science. Okay. Hey, Amy. Ketolicious Life is here. Do I have a best day menu that I feel helps me lose faster? No, not really. I tend to eat similarly just because there's certain foods I like to eat. You'll notice on my videos that almost every single morning I eat the same thing. And I hate that I have to show the same thing over and over, but it's what I want to eat. And it fits my macros. I find that as long as I stick within my macros, I keep losing. Sometimes, though, I go over on my fats on purpose to kind of shake up my metabolism or whatever, or just because I feel like it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't really feel like I have a best day. I have a most common day. So my most common day meals would be, for the morning, I would eat 2 eggs, 1 cup of 0% fat Greek yogurt sweetened with Mio, or I used to do vanilla extract and stevia before I started doing the Mio drops. Mio is a water enhancer, kind of like, there's several brands, kind of like Crystal Light kind of things. And I use that in my yogurt. And 4 pieces of bacon, which usually I measure it out, but it usually ends up being between 39 and 45 grams of bacon. And it's center cut. I make sure it's 50-50 fat and protein so that I'm not getting too many fats and I'm still keeping my proteins up. And about 1 ounce of any kind of cheese. And that's pretty much what I eat every morning. And that's my first meal. And that's almost half my macros. It's usually about 60 grams of protein and 35 grams of fat and about 6 to 11 carbs, depending on what I put in my Creo Brew, because I count my Creo Brew as well. And I tend to use half and half, which has more carbs. Creo Brew, if you don't know what it is roasted and crushed cocoa beans, and you brew it like coffee, and it tastes like hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee because I am a Mormon, and we don't drink it. Oh, and for dinner, so the second meal, I usually do 6 ounces of chicken weighed raw Chicken breast. Chef Dave is over there going,
6 ounces of cheese. That's
6
a lot.
ounces of cheese. No. He's like, I make that every night. It's not 6 ounces. 6 ounces of chicken breast. Weigh it raw. 2 ounces of cheese. About a cup or 2 of zucchini noodles. Whatever one zucchini basically ends up making. Cooked in a little bit of olive oil with usually some Alfredo sauce on top. I tried the Classico brand this last week because it had no soybean oil, and people gave me a hard time about eating soybean oil. Yeah. And so I was trying to be good, and I got a better brand that didn't have it, and I can just say it didn't taste good. And the ragu with soybean oil tastes way better. So anyway, I used about a half a cup of Alfredo sauce. We should make our own, but it doesn't keep well in the fridge when you make your own. You have to make it that day, and it's not a super fast meal. I eat that probably 3 times a week, maybe more. It gets really boring on my videos, I feel like. We're always trying to think of something new to try that doesn't look so boring, but I would be happy eating chicken over zoodles with cheese and Alfredo sauce every day. It is so good. Erica says she thinks I handled the split wonderfully. I probably would have cracked. I did crack. I just didn't show it. Yeah. Gut-wrenching sobs for a while. I cried so much yesterday that I couldn't keep the sodium going in me fast enough, and I ended up with horrible muscle cramps and headaches, no matter how much I took. But we're past that now. Letting it go. All right. Teresa.
Yeah.
Teresa says, I look good in my clogging video. Yeah, but I'm still fat, though. Like, I look way better than I did at 374 pounds. No kidding. I mean, I couldn't walk. So, I mean, barely. I couldn't get up the stairs. I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't do daily tasks were insurmountable. So the fact that I'm clogging at all is a true and utter miracle. It is still hard for me to watch my flabbing around, though. And I know I've got a long way to go, but yeah, I have come so far. So far. Let's see.
Those bars are fat bombs, I think. Just ketogenic.
You guys are just awesome. Yeah, if you eat those bars and fat bombs like Sarah from Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto will say, they're candy bars with a wig. And when you start eating them, you're going to start wanting more of them. I don't really seem to get that with the Lily bar so much. I think that's because dark chocolate is just really good for us. It has magnesium in it. And this is another reason I drink this hot chocolate is the magnesium. There's extra magnesium and good things in it that make us feel happy. And so I don't feel like Lily bars do that to me. I don't like crave Lily bars and have to eat a whole Lily bar. And I can't stop myself from eating. I'll eat like a third of a Lily bar and it can sit there for a week. And I just eat it when I feel like I want to, or like when I need an extra fat boost because it's a fat bomb. And they eat them all the time, so whatever. She said, C. Brown says, I seem to giggle when something's hurting you. Yeah, definitely. I think that's pretty common. You just try and laugh it off, especially like when you're overweight, you know. I used to make jokes about being fat all the time. I'd be like, yeah, I can't do that because I'm fat, ha ha, you know. And inside I'm breaking. Inside it's bad. But yeah, you giggle because you want to like not make people uncomfortable with your pain. And you don't want them to see it as much. Karen Rothwell says, I don't have enough darkness to understand that kind of behavior. I don't know. I mean, I can be pretty snarky. I almost didn't make the video announcing it because I knew it was going to cause World War III. I'm not dumb. But I also didn't feel like it was fair for them to just shun me and me not be able to have any say. Because, you know, I would post anything in the group and I would be immediately banned and they would delete it before anyone would see it. And it's my channel. And I felt like people should know that, well, first of all, people should know that I'm no longer affiliated with them. That's important because my entire channel, like literally if I deleted every video that mentions ketogenic dieters, I have to delete them all. That's how many times I have advocated their page and told people to come there. And people have trusted me and been hurt by them and come back and said, I even had the one that was attacking me. She attacked me because she was attacked there first. Even though I didn't do it. She came here and personally attacked me day after day after day until I finally had to just let her go because it was too hard for me. And I still feel bad about that. So Pat Highland, if you happen to be watching this video, I'm sorry. But it wasn't me that did it. And while I was affiliated with them, I never participated in that behavior. I couldn't. I tried to just be nice. Yeah, and I think, Ginger, I really think that doing your information videos is really going to be good for you. I really think that when you're teaching, you really feel more accountable to do it yourself. And you can do it. You know how to do it. You could totally do it. You should do weigh-ins. They're the worst. I hate weigh-ins every Sunday. I dread it. I wish I hadn't started videotaping them. Can't even fudge it a little bit. All right. Okay, and you guys are nice and wonderful. Thank you for all the lovely supportive comments. How much have I lost and how much have they lost? They've lost a freaking crap ton of weight. Sadly, they're very successful and they're very thin. Size 0. I look up to them, especially Amy Owlsley. I want to be her when I grow up, or small. She's freaking hot. And it kind of breaks my heart that these girls didn't really care about me enough to care about me in actuality, because I really admired all of them. They have all lost a lot of weight. I was the only moderator actually at first, when I first was added, I was the only moderator still on a weight loss journey. They were all in maintenance, which got really confusing because they were doing things that I didn't think were okay. That's the first surprise when you become a moderator over there, is that they're not doing what they're preaching. They're not practicing what they're preaching, mostly because they're in maintenance mode and they don't do the same things. When you're in fat loss mode, you do different things. So I felt like I was the poster child for the fat loss people. And that's why I started the YouTube, because I saw so many people struggling to understand. And I just wanted to help. And I asked them if it was okay. I got their blessing. I asked them multiple times to help me clarify things. I would say, this person's asking me this on my comments. Could you guys come on there and point them in the right direction? No, they did not have the time. They did not take the time to help me. They didn't even bother to watch my channel. Until the one day when one of their friends saw the fat bomb video and it freaked her out because she didn't understand and she thought it was safe and she cried or whatever. Which, by the way, they never told me until yesterday. So I had no idea that was even an issue. And then she told them about my fat bomb, and that's when they started watching. And I know you're here, so hello. Of course you're here. Yeah. We know that there's a spy in the Facebook group already. Who cares? Just saying. Oh, good question. Where do I get the Fab lipstick? I know, right? I mean, I have a cold sore, and look how good that covered it up. It's not too bad. I use Lip Sense, and I don't sell it. It's an MLM. I used to sell MLM stuff, and I don't want to anymore. But I actually buy it at full price, Lip Sense, because it's awesome. It tastes like crap, and it feels like it's burning the crap out of your lips, but it stays on. Not even kidding. But I know that probably Jess from Fat Fit Beauty would be appalled that I wear it every day. I'm sure she'd think of some other lovely things that I could try that were better than Lip Sense and way less expensive, because they are freaking expensive. It's $25 for the color and $20 for the gloss for one set. Not two sets, one set. Okay, but I love it and I wear it. And this color is my favorite color and they don't make it anymore. It was like a one-time only deal, and I only bought 2 of them. I wish I would have bought more. It's called Goddess, and I love it because it's really similar to my own lip color. So when it does, 10 hours later, start to come off, you don't notice as much. Thank you for your comments on my makeup. I don't do much. I use BB cream because I like my freckles to show, so I don't want it to be too much coverage. I usually have a highlighter under my eyes, but I've lost it, so I don't have that. And I just put a little light, I don't even know what to call it, Eyeshadow? Yeah, eyeshadow. On the top, no dark colors or anything, and a little brow gel, and that's it. And my lip sense. Woohoo. Oh my gosh. Dr. Phil is a vet. He loves to baby animals. Ah, vegan. Okay. Makes more sense now. The one last year about the slitting the throats. Oh, maybe that's what he was talking about? No, probably not. I don't know. Sorry to the vegans. I love you. You're wonderful people who have great caring hearts that are more caring than me. I can't get to that place where I feel like animals are people. I love my animals and I have multiple animals. I have 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 6 chickens. I said 6 chickens, but I think we only have 4 now. They don't last too long. The dogs sometimes, yeah. It's farm life. Yeah. And we don't have like any other farm animals, but we could. We live in an area where you could. We just don't have any because we don't have time to take care of them. All right. Karen says she has an electric knife, so she'll be good. The only thing I can slice thin is my finger. See, Brown, team 2. We're team no cookers. Yeah. Did I show that burned food video, or is that coming up tomorrow? I totally ate burned food. Probably this week, actually. Yeah. I don't know. Your kids aren't allowed to touch your food. Yeah, I know. Oh, he cried. He literally cried, actually, and hugged me a lot. He felt terrible. He knows. My kids know. You don't mess with my macros. And he felt so bad. He's gluten-free. And so his burger is also lettuce wrapped, and he just misjudged which one was his. Because, he's a 200-pound 15-year-old who's 6'1", probably, actually. I think he's 6'1". He's a big boy. And he really thought the big burger was for him, which is totally understandable. All right, we've got only 4 minutes left, so let's see. Thanks for arguing for me, guys. Thank you, Christine S. I appreciate it. I hate that we lose the comments after the video goes away. I mean, after the video becomes a regular video, you have to comment again. And all of the questions get lost. So if I don't answer any, they're just gone forever. Maybe I'll get popular enough sometime that people will actually pay me to see their comments. That would be cool. Did you guys know you can do that? There's like this little dollar bill icon over in the corner, the chat. You click it and it'll pop your chat up in front of me, like super chat, and you can pay me. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I've seen it happen on Keto Connect. People like them. Oh, and on where else did I see it? Oh, on Primal Edge Health, who, by the way, also Primal Edge Health has been preaching the low fat, higher protein, keto way of life for ages. So, let's see. Big challenge, make meals for the whole family. You're diabetic keto. Is that what that was? And a kid is celiac. Your father-in-law is elderly, needs softer foods. Oh, I feel you, Christine. I feel you big time. And Chef Dave feels you really big time. Yeah, we have 9 kids. 3 of them have allergies. 1 is a wheat allergy, 2 are dairy allergies. Then you have me and Dave, who are both doing keto with different macros. So we have to make separate meals for each of us for a macro that fit our macros, and then have to make something that all of the kids can consume. And one of my baby is also allergic to tomatoes. So a lot of like the tomato sauces and everything that don't have dairy in them, we can't use them. So oftentimes we use the Instant Pot. I should say, not say we, because I don't usually cook. But Dave uses the Instant Pot for the kids, and he does a lot of rice and chicken type meals right in the Instant Pot. But he cooks rice probably every single day because everybody can have it, and it's super fast in the Instant Pot. And then makes some sort of gravy. And he's used all kinds of things to thicken the gravies. He's used potato flakes, and most recently, xanthan gum is what we've been using to thicken the gravy. And I say we because I actually did it one time. And the kids liked it. They said they liked it better than Chef Dave's potato flake gravy. But yeah, we have to make 2 meals minimum, usually 3. And so that's just what we have to do for a big family. And, it gets done. We eat late at night. All right. Are there carbs in Creo Brew? There's 1.5 carbs in every serving. So yeah, there's a little bit. And then if you add in half and half and half, it adds another carb. Well, at least it does the amount that I use. But I find it worth it to me because, first of all, I can't drink coffee. And secondly, it just really helps ground me and get rid of my sugar cravings. By the way, you got to go, Dave. All right. Does Chef Dave prep the zoodles in advance? Sometimes yes. So yeah, most of the time he just does it every day. But there have been multiple times when he's had leftovers that he's put in the fridge that I've cooked the next morning because I saw them there. If he did that more, I would eat more of them. Well, I think you could probably freeze
before we had it,
them.
We used to buy them.
We used to buy them from the store pre-made, and they'd last in the fridge for like a week. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely do that. Okay, we already talked about the yogurt. I have a whole video on yogurt and why I do it that way, so if you want to check it out. Let's see. I've been on keto for 5 to 6 weeks and have gained weight. Sad to tears. I only have 20 carbs or less per day. Take vitamins and colloidal minerals plus Himalayan and pink salt. Can you message me, either join the Facebook group and private message me or post a question on there where I can answer it there, or message me here in the About section on YouTube, or just post a comment after this video goes, after it's done being live, because I need to ask you questions in order to figure that out. So just post the question for me somewhere else and I will help you with that. All right. Yes, if you're short, you need to watch your fats even more and your proteins. Like, I'm 5'7", so I eat 120 protein. But for someone who's 4'11", I think the recommended was like 100 or something. I don't know because I don't have the chart memorized. But what type of Creo brews do I use? Of every kind. I love them all. My favorite is Maya because it's spicy. It has a little bit of cinnamon in it. I like the peppermint. I like the pumpkin spice. The only one I wasn't too impressed with was Ecuador because I felt like it was really light tasting. I didn't feel like the chocolate was rich enough. The Ghana regular roast, the medium roast I think it is, has the best chocolate, like hot chocolate flavor to me anyway. If you go to Sandy's Losing It, she has a whole couple of videos on Creo brew flavors. Every time she tries a new one, she does like a taste testing on it, and she does it with and without cream, and then with and without sweetener, and that kind of thing. So if you're interested, you should check out Sandy's Losing It and her Creo brew videos, which are in her Thirsty Thursdays. All right. I'm going to make sure there's no really, really important questions that I have missed. Most keto Facebook pages are nuts. Oh, I know. I'm hoping mine doesn't go crazy. It's hard. Sorry, 77 wake up call. I didn't see your question until now. Hopefully I can get you helped out. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm just going to scan really fast. Sorry, you guys. Hopefully. Do I dry the zoodles? No. We don't. We just put them through the spiralizer, which I got on Amazon, and throw them in the pan with a little bit of olive oil. I don't even use that much. When I make them, I don't even make them with olive oil. Sometimes I'll just put water. Chef Dave uses olive oil. And put in a little salt and pepper, and I just cook them till they're just al dente so they don't get too mushy. 411 is 100. Good. Good to know. Thanks. All right. Okay. Salt them in a strainer and wait an hour and then freeze them. That's better for freezing. Okay, that's good to know. Hi, Susan. All right, you guys, I gotta go. I actually don't have to leave because the Chef Dave is here, but I do need to eat and it's noon, and I actually have a lot of photos to edit. And I have a video. I made a video of Keto Mom Life on Saturday that I haven't even got a chance to deal with. So just again, thank you all for your support. I know they're going to do everything impossible to attack me and bring down my channel. And I really hope you guys are just going to stick behind me and help me stay strong because I don't deal very well with mean girl crap. It kind of breaks my heart because I just am so naive. I really didn't even realize that people could be like that. So I appreciate all of your love and kisses and wonderful support. Again, if you're watching this when it's not live, a winky face in the comments will let me know you made it to the end, and I'll know you're my BFF. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for, I will be putting out my what I ate this week video. And I hope you like it. I hope there's some new things in there. I can't even remember what I ate. Hopefully there's something new. And I'll be putting that out tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys again very, very, very soon. Love to you all.